Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. Got a full NFL slate today, guys, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below. Go ahead and support the channel, guys. And also go ahead and sign up with Bro Throw, good sponsor of the channel. I'd love to have you guys in my free private betting group on the site. Best place for doing straight bets, guys. You gotta love it. So go ahead and hop in there. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Full slate of games today. Starting with a early game today, we have a 9:30 a.m. game in London between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags opening up as a 2-point home favorite with the over/under at 40.5. Denver, both teams coming into this matchup 2-5, 2-5 covering the spread. Head to head, the Jags are 6-4, 6-4 covering the spread. Looks like Russell Wilson is good to go, so Russell Wilson will be out there. Denver on a 4-game losing streak. I mean, the offense has been horrible. Jags also on a 4-game losing streak. Probably one of the worst games on the slate here. I mean, I don't know who would love this game, to be honest here. I kind of like that under 40.5. I mean, two teams struggling here. Could be a boring game. I'm gonna lean with the Jaguars here. Not because they're better, but they've at least proven they can score. And, they have pieces. Trevor Lawrence has been all right. They've been able to put points on the board, unlike Denver, who just has not been able to really put points up consistently. So I'm going to take the Jags -2 in money line here. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Cardinals versus the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings opening up as a 3.5-point home favorite with the over/under at 48.5. Cardinals coming into this matchup 3-4, 4-3 covering the spread. The Vikings 5-1, 2-4 covering the spread. Head to head, Minnesota is 7-3. As far as injuries go, hey, no center, no Rodney Hudson for Arizona. James Conner's out. So missing some key guys there. No real major injuries for Minnesota. Arizona coming off that big win against New Orleans. And Minnesota, I mean, they're on a 4-game winning streak here. I mean, they're playing great coming off the bye week here. Playing good football. Arizona 4-12 against Minnesota. Minnesota 10-0 at home against Arizona. They've been pretty dominant against the Cardinals here. Yeah, I'm going to buy a point. I'm taking Minnesota -2.5 in money line at home here. Next matchup, we got the Carolina Panthers versus the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons opening up as 4-point home favorites with the over/under at 41. Panthers coming into this matchup 2-5, 2-5 covering the spread. The Falcons 3-4, 6-1 covering the spread. Head to head, Atlanta is 7-3, 7-3 covering the spread. Looks like Phillip Walker is going to start at quarterback for Carolina again this week. No AJ Terrell, so some bad, tough defensive losses for Atlanta. Carolina coming off that 21-3 win against Tampa Bay. Atlanta coming off that bad loss against Cincinnati here. And not in love with this matchup, to be honest, but I kind of like Carolina +4 on the road. I mean, Atlanta barely throws the ball. They're a running team. Could be a boring game here, and I'm going to take the 4 points with Carolina on the road. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Bears versus the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas opening up as a 10-point home favorite with the over/under at 42.5. The Bears coming into this matchup 3-4, 3-1 covering the spread. The Cowboys 5-2, 5-2 covering the spread. Head to head, both teams are 5-5 here. Don't see any major injuries for Chicago, but for Dallas, it looks like Ezekiel Elliott is out, so no Zeke. Chicago coming off that big Patriots win. Dallas coming off that big Detroit win here. Yeah, look, this is kind of like last game. Chicago, they were 8.5-point underdogs, and they, ended up destroying New England on the road too. Yeah, I'm gonna buy half a point. Taking Bears +10.5. 10 plus points in the NFL is just way too much here. And, no Zeke. We'll see if how effective the run game is for Dallas. I'll take Bears plus 10.5 here. Next matchup, we got the Las Vegas Raiders versus the New Orleans Saints. Raiders opening up as a 1.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 49.5. The Raiders coming into this matchup 2-4, 3-3 covering the spread. The Saints 2-5, 2-5 covering the spread. Head to head, the Saints are 4-3. I don't see any major injuries for the Raiders. Saints, Andy Dalton is the starter. Still no Jarvis Landry, Michael Thomas, Marshawn Lattimore. So, still missing a lot of guys. Raiders coming off an 18-point win against Houston. Saints on a 2-game losing streak coming off that Arizona loss. Kind of a tough matchup here. I'm just not in love with either team. If I had to lean with a team, though, I'd probably lean with the Raiders in this matchup just because the offense is solid. Josh Jacobs been running it like crazy. And the Saints, there's just no weapons on that team. Andy Dalton's looked absolutely horrible here. We'll take Raiders minus 1.5 in money line on the road. All right, next matchup, we got the Miami Dolphins versus the Detroit Lions. The Dolphins opening up as a 3.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 51.5. The Dolphins coming into this 4-3, 3-4 covering the spread. The Lions 1-5, 3-3 covering the spread. Head to head, Miami is 4-3. Don't see any major injuries here in this game. Miami coming off that 16-10 win against Pittsburgh. Detroit, on a 4-game losing streak. The last 2 weeks, man, they scored 6 points and then 0 points. They have just not even scored a touchdown in the last 2 weeks. Not in love with that here. And, I'm going to buy a point. Taking Dolphins minus 2.5 and money line on the road here. Next matchup, we got the New England Patriots versus the New York Jets. Patriots opening up as a 2.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 40. Patriots coming into this matchup 3-4, 3-1 covering the spread. The Jets 5-2, 5-2 covering the spread. Head to head, the Patriots are 10-0, 7-3 covering the spread. Patriots missing a couple starters here. Jets, no major injuries here. Patriots coming off that beatdown against the Bears. And the Jets, they're on a 4-game winning streak. Playing good. I mean, they've beaten Denver, Packers, Miami, Pitt during the streak. Yeah, this Jets team, they're solid here. It is what it is. They're playing good football. Patriots just aren't. And I'm going to buy a point. I like the Jets plus 3.5 at home. They're playing good here. And on a 4-game winning streak here, let's take the Jets plus 3.5. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles opening up as a 10.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 43. The Steelers coming into this 2-5, 3-1 covering the spread. The Eagles 6-0, 4-2 covering the spread. Head to head, Philly is 4-3, 5-2 covering the spread. Head to head, Pitt 0-9 on the road against Philly. They have not been able to win on the road. No Chris Boswell, so they're going to have another kicker here. No injuries at all for Philly. Pitt coming off that 6-point loss against Miami. And Philly, undefeated, playing great football here. And I'm going to take the Eagles. I'm going to buy a point, get a minus 9.5 here, but throw them in your money line parlays. They just should be a solid play today here, and I'm going to take the Eagles. Next matchup, we got the Tennessee Titans versus the Houston Texans. Looks like Texans 2.5 point underdogs here at home with the over-under at 39. Titans coming into this 4-2 covering the spread. The Texans 1-4-1, 3-2-1 covering the spread. Head to head, Titans are 6-4. 4-1 in their last 5 against Houston. No Ryan Tannehill, so it will be Malik Willis at quarterback. So we're going to see how that goes here. Titans, I mean, they're playing good football here. They're on a 4-game winning streak, doing what they're doing. Houston coming off an 18-point loss. I just don't trust Houston here, and they've just been pretty horrible so far to start the season here. Even with Malik Willis, I still think they're going to give the ball to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry should probably dominate on the ground to help out on Malik Willis, but I'm going to take Titans minus 2.5 and money line on the road here. Next matchup, we got the New York Giants versus the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle opening up as a 3-point home favorite with the over-under at 44.5. Giants coming into this matchup 6-1. 6-1 covering the spread. Seahawks 4-3. 4-3 covering the spread. Giants, I mean, head-to-head. Or head-to-head, Seattle is 6-4 head-to-head here. Don't see any crazy injuries for the Giants here. No DK Metcalf, so losing a big weapon on the offensive end there. Giants, hey, they're 6-1. They're on a 4-game winning streak here. They're playing some of the best football in the league. Seattle on a 2-game winning streak. And once again, back-to-back weeks, Giants are underdogs, which is kind of crazy, man. Just the way the Giants have been playing. It hasn't been the prettiest, but, they've just been getting it done here. The defense has played good. Without DK Metcalf, that could definitely hurt the offense a little bit here. I'm going to buy a 0.5 point. I'm going to take Giants plus 3.5. Kind of getting slept on here again. 6-1 covering the spread. They've done nothing but just straight up win and cover. I mean, you got to love it. They're playing great. Give me Giants plus 3.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco 49ers versus the Los Angeles Rams. The 49ers opening up as a 1-point road favorite with the over-under at 42. 49ers coming into this 3-4. 3-4 covering the spread. The Rams 3-3. 2-4 covering the spread. Head-to-head, the 49ers are 7-3. 7-3 covering the spread. They're 6-0 covering against the Rams. 7-1 in their last 8 against the Rams here. And no Debo. So that's a big loss for the 49ers. And on a 2-game losing streak, they did beat the Rams 24-9 earlier this season. Rams coming off a Carolina win. They haven't played too hot, to be honest. It's a tough one. It's a 1-point spread. And but man, they've just been so good against the Rams. They've been great covering against the Rams too here. I think I'm going to take the Niners. I'm going to take the Niners on the road. We saw last time they played each other, Matthew Stafford just had so many interceptions. The offense really hasn't been that good. The defense looks like the defense is coming into this pretty healthy. So no major injuries on the defensive end. And I'm going to take the 49ers on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Washington Commanders versus the Indianapolis Colts. Colts opening up as a 3-point home favorite with the over-under at 39.5. Washington coming into this 3-4. 3-4 covering the spread. The Colts 3-1. 3-4 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Colts are 5-2. Washington, don't see any crazy injuries here. Colts, Matt Ryan not the starter anymore. So it's going to be Sam Ehlinger. We're going to see how he plays in his first start. Washington on a 2-game winning streak, coming off the Bears and Packers wins. Colts coming off that Titans loss. And yeah, we're going to see how Ehlinger does play here. I'll buy the 0.5 point, man. I don't know. I like Washington plus 3.5. This Colts team, they're not the best scoring team here, so they maybe could struggle with Ehlinger. And Washington's, hasn't been the best, but Heineke's been okay his last start on a 2-game winning streak. Give me the Commanders plus 3.5. And the last matchup, we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Buffalo Bills versus the Green Bay Packers. Bills opening up as a 10.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 47. Packers coming into this matchup 3-4. 2-5 covering the spread. The Bills 5-1. 4-1-1 covering the spread. Head to head, Packers are 4-3. No Allen Lazard, so that's a big loss for the Packers. And then no injuries for Buffalo. Packers on a 3-game losing streak, coming off just the worst losses against Washington, the Jets, and the Giants. Buffalo on a 3-game winning streak. I mean, they're playing, some of the best football in the league. Coming off a bye week, they're refreshed. Packers 0-6 on the road against Buffalo. It's just going to be tough, man. Now, not only is it going to be tough for the Packers to win, but it's going to be tough for them to cover. We're going to see no Allen Lazard up against a tough Bills defense. I'm by a point. I'm going to take Bills minus 9.5. Throw them in your moneyline parlays at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.